But okay, so the MTG Arena state of the game, as it's now called, was released a couple days ago, where the newest director of Arena kind of talked about what's coming up. Um, and there's some really good things in here and some really kind of wonky things that I'm not sure how we're supposed to take. Um, as everybody knows, on September 26th is the sort of release of Eldraine into Arena. It is the release of MTG Arena itself from beta into full release form. We're gonna get it on the Epic Game Store and all that stuff. You guys can watch the video if you want here, but biggest thing obviously that they're going to talk about is Eldraine's releasing. We're going to see a bunch of new stuff. We're going to see a bunch of new cards, new animations. This animation is kind of cool for the king of whatever plane we're on. Um, Basically King Arthur, I think. Um, but this was the first thing that I kind of jumped into, and I was like, oh, okay, this is really good that they're doing this, but I think they could expand on it a little bit. And then as the play any standard deck, win every standard card. Um, so at the official launch of Magic the Gathering Arena, they're going to be rolling out a event called Play Any Deck in Standard, um, where you'll be given access to every card that's available in Standard, a full play set of everything, so you can build any deck you want and play anything. Right? This is a really good thing. People have been wanting this for a while, just as a way to test out card interactions before they use wild cards to actually make them. Um, so this is great that they're doing this, right? For the event, they'll be giving access to every card in Standard, whether they're in your collection or not. You can brew and play. You'll be able to do this for up to 12 games, and 12 games only. You can build as many decks as you want, swap them in between matches. Uh, and then the following weekend, there's going to be the Earn a Card in Standard. So the first thing that I'm like, I question, why 12 games? Why does it have to be exactly 12 games? Why can't it just be for the entirety of the event that it's available? Um, I get it, it's free, and they want people buying packs for release weekend or whatever. Uh, that's cool and everything, but why why only 12 games? Just let them play with anything for like the entirety of the weekend. Um, I hope this doesn't go away. I had tweeted kind of earlier this weekend that this entire mode, this brew build and play idea where you get access to every card in Standard and you get to play with whatever you want, should be moved to Sparky. This should be something that when you go to play against Sparky, you can build any deck, regardless of if you own the cards or not. Let players kind of decide if they want to, pick up these cards or not, to use their wild cards or not, or to buy packs to try and find these cards. That should definitely be in the game completely. That's something that no game I think does at the moment, right? I'm pretty sure out of all the digital card games, none of them allow a newer player or a player who doesn't necessarily own everything to build with whatever they want and test it out to see if they actually want to craft that deck. So with the amount of cards that Standard has, I think that would be kind of cool to have for Arena. Um, that's a huge part of Magic's sort of culture is the brewing, right? Like, oh, I got this super sweet interaction. Let me just, hopefully I get these three random cards out of my deck and I win the game with it. But if I don't know if that interaction works in Arena, why would I attempt to, use my wild cards to craft those and then find out later it doesn't actually work? You know what I mean? So I hope that that interaction kind of stays, or not the interaction, that that idea stays of the brew, build, and play. Just shift it over to Sparky. Just have a Phantom mode, right? Phantom drafts are popular on MTGO, I think. So yeah, Crassus. Um, so I would really like to see that get moved over for sure. Um, and then the following weekend, they're holding a 36-hour event uh, where it's 12 games only, win or lose. Or no, sorry, it's 12 games only, win or lose, right? Um, no, sorry, it's 12 wins, 2 losses. Um, you will win one of every card in standard if you get 12 wins before 2 losses. That's super cool. Um, that's really interesting that they're going to be doing something like that, because I think somebody did the math on it, right, of like how much that would actually cost in Arena to create, if you happen to get 12 wins in a row. Um, but it's also a thing where you don't have to have standard cards in order to play this. You will be able to make any deck you want. I guarantee you it's just going to be a bunch of mono red players. Fucking it's almost fucking guaranteed that it's just mono red the whole way through. Because it's best of one, it's the fastest way to flip a coin and win. It's gonna be a lot of mono red. Gonna be a lot of mono red. So here's all the details of the events. Where it's to play any deck, win every card. You can only play once. In both of these events. So once you sign up, as soon as you hit your 12 wins or 12 games, you're out. That's it. I don't think many people complained about this, because this is something like Wizards didn't have to do for the launch weekend. So it's kind of cool. And then here is the actual breakdown of the win every card thing. So anywhere from 0 to 8 wins, basically you will be receiving a rare card for each of your wins. And then there's the golden egg card sleeve, which I don't think we've seen, right? They haven't actually shown it. And then as soon as you hit 9 wins, you are also receiving a sealed event token. 11 wins, you get 1 copy of every card in Throne. And at 12 wins, you get 1 copy of every card in Standard. On Twitter, they did specify that if you already own every card in Standard, this will turn into gems. So if you already own everything and you get 12 wins in the event, it's just a shitload of gems. That's a lot of gems. So, we'll have to see. I would like to see how it pans out with this event. We'll be playing in it. I'll definitely be playing in it for sure, because I want the golden egg card sleeve. But I don't know what I would play, to be honest. I'd play some control deck or some shit. Knowing me. Then of course we go into the Eldraine set mastery. Currently, you can use 5 bonus levels to earn 5 levels of the current mastery. So if you are short on some levels before you hit the 100, go ahead and use that code in order to get your 5 levels. I already hit 100, so I don't really care. But yeah, you only have until, I think it said 4 a.m. Yeah, 4 a.m. on September 26th to get shit right. Mastery Set Pass is coming back. They said it is the exact same price as the previous one, so they're not changing the price of it. And I think it's fine. I hit 100 well before the time limit, right? Yes, I did buy the extra 10 levels or whatever, but even if I didn't buy those, I would have hit 100 easy, especially with this little code they gave. So, um, I think the Mastery Pass is fine. Uh, Especially if they're planning on doing this. You got to level 96 before using 5 most levels. Yeah, so there you go. I think given play every day, as long as you hit your quests every day, you'll hit 100. Now, what I don't like is that I am earning experience points right now towards nothing. I'm playing still. I'm still playing. I'm still earning experience points towards nothing. So I don't know what's happening to that. If they're gonna change that for the next, I saw a few people say something about it on Twitter, but there's no real like response to it. Um, so I would like to see that fixed by the next Mastery Pass. That those who finish it early get rewarded after the fact. You know what I mean? Do we know if weeklies and quests will reset with the new mastery? I do not believe they will. And I don't think it says here either. How do you convert gold to gems? You can play in gold draft events, right? And you get gems as a reward. Yeah, so if you sign up for a ranked draft event that awards gems at the end, you can use it with gold, and then you convert it to gems. Yeah, ranked draft best of one. Yeah. So we got We got a few details about the Throne of Eldraine Pass. The sleeve is awesome. This avatar is sick, and this fox is my spirit animal. This fox is everything. So that is our pet. Yeah, way better than the elemental cat, man. They definitely learned a little bit. And they said you can change the level that you're using. So say you like the common fox more than the rare one. Even if you own the rare one, you can still set it to be the common fox. But they did say here, early next week, aka this week, um, there will be some changes that they've made based on what they learned from the first set mastery. So we may see some changes in the rewards. We may see some changes in, towards the end of it, what we get or where the rewards are placed. You never know. So we'll have to see that. And then, of course, we get into the actual, like, here's what's happening for rotation. This is what's current standard is. This is what the next standard will be. And then, of course, we have our details on Theros, Ikoria, and Corset, aka the Teferi set, which I really hope that was a joke. Please let that be a joke. Upcoming over this next year. So this will be pretty much be your snapshot here of what Arena is going to look like over the next year. Some changes to the naming conventions, which... What was the point of this? I'm guessing this is because Historic is coming in. And they have to name it... It can't be named Ranked Play. It has to be named like Standard Ranked Play and then Historic Ranked Play. And it's going to be Standard Traditional and Historic Traditional. I guess that's why they changed it. I answered my own fucking question. Constructed events and traditional events will end on September 26th, so that there's nobody stuck, right, in between waiting for like rotation to happen. So if you are an event on September 26th, make sure to resign it out, or end it so nothing weird happens, right? And then the renewal gifts start as well on September 26th. We got some details now of what it's supposed to be. So we have from the 9th to the 26th the standard 2020 events, which we have been playing in and enjoying quite a bit. No, a set stays in, it's every October rotation happens. Every 2 years. And then on September 26th, your first login for the new standard will give you 10 ICRs for those who are maybe looking for a little bit of an incentive to come back. And then, of course, the Throne of Eldraine set mastery with and without renewal rewards. I don't necessarily know why they have that written that way. So oh, I see. Okay. So Eldraine set mastery with and without. So during your first 25 levels, if they are within the time period of what is renewal time, I guess, you will receive some extra standard packs and uncommon ICRs. Must have created an MTG Arena account before September 26th. Okay. No big deal. Now for the big one. Now for the big one. Once and future. So this is their future announcements of what's coming up. This is sort of their roadmap, dev diary, whatever you want to call it. This is them. These are the exact same things that they had said before, where it's like need to have what was it? Need to have would be nice and dream or something like that is what they called him. I think that was what the three names were. And that was basically like their priority list of this is going to be in the game. We're planning on this being in the game, and that's cute, but that's probably never going to happen. One of the dream things was modern, right?
Frostie!
Yo, Mayor. Back 15 months, man. Thank you so much. How many packs am I planning on buying? Probably about 100 to 150. We'll have to see. We will have to see. So on the coming soon plan, we have Throne of Eldraine, which is obviously happening. And then we have Friends List and Constructed Brawl happening in October. So within a month, we will have a Friends List. Whether or not that's a fully functional Friends List, we'll have to see. I do have 115,000 gold. That's the point. I don't need to spend any money. And then, of course, in development, things down the road, friends messaging. So, by the way, like I want you to see this shit here. We have a friends list in October, but we can't talk to our friends yet. No. Talking to your friends is extra. You can have friends. Can't talk to them yet. No. That'll be later. So whatever. And then of course Mac OS support, not iOS, which is different. So this is kind of confirming that they are not going to be doing mobile versions of the games. So it will just be Mac OS. Then we have the next two sets, Theros and Ikoria. Historic cards, which of course we talked about that before. The Epic Game Store launch. I'm hoping, here's to hoping that there will be some sort of creator code thing happening with the Epic Game Store. I'd really like to see them, of course, I'd like to see them support creators. And then new event types coming down the road. And then their concept thing. I don't know why Zendikar Rising is listed here in concept. It's gonna fucking happen. It's a set of Magic. Same thing with Core Set. But Cube Draft and the friend deck sharing. Cube Draft. Like, what do they mean by Cube Draft? Like, do they even talk about it down here? No, they don't. But what do they mean? Like, I Cube Draft. There's a lot of cards that are not in Arena that are in Cube. So I'm wondering if that's just going to be a, like, for every card that's currently in Arena, including those that are in Mormir, including those that got added through Historic, including standard cards, will curate a Arena-only cube of the most powerful cards that you can draft from. That'd be kind of cool. Wouldn't be terrible. Kind of cool. Um, so yeah, that's kind of it. Um, it was surprisingly an update that had very little backlash, that had very little like what the fuck are you doing from the community. Questions from me on like just implementation of some things.
Frostie!
But overall it was hey, Nightcloaky back. 14 months. Shit, man. Been streaming way too long. But surprisingly overall a very positive uh launch article for Arena. So maybe they learned, but at the same time, a lot of people are kind of like, I don't know. Like this is way too generous and way too much for the players. What are they taking away from us, and when are they taking it away? So we'll have to see what happens. And of course, there's the early access streamer event, which I have been invited to. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast, and I'll be receiving a fully unlocked account to show you guys off the cards starting Tuesday, 24th. So that's gonna be kind of fun. But yeah, the one and done events are kind of odd. They could like they didn't. The thing with these, they didn't have to do them, right? These didn't have to be done. No way. What was the fucking point? This is just them being nice. Could they have been done worse? Sure. Could they have been done better? Sure. But like they didn't have to do these, so I kind of can't complain about them. So it is kind of weird, but anyway, I'm looking forward to the 26th. Looking forward to the launch. Looking forward to Throne of Eldraine, all that stuff. It's gonna be a good time, man. Good time.